Hello, good evening, how are you? Welcome to Words with Friends Live. Did you want to have fun and maybe win some money? Then yeah, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Derek Men, and yeah, that's my handle. And speaking of Insta, people are sending me messages about the game. I say in a surprise voice because I'm very new to Instagram and the fact that it works is still neat, I guess. But some of the messages are about tech stuff like, oh, my sound dropped out, or hey, where's my extra life? And that's great. We're in beta mode, actually, so we want you to give us feedback. But I am probably not the best guy to talk to about technical problems. See, my background is in improv and sketch comedy, so I don't have, tangible skills. So go through the game for tech stuff and contact me to talk about how awesome or terrible my jokes and fashion choices are. Or for financial advice. No, just kidding. Don't ever ask an actor for financial advice. Anyway, if you're new, here's the lowdown. This game has 12 multiple choice questions, each one with 3 answers. You need to tap on the correct answer before the 10-second clock expires. And if you do that 12 times in a row, the Candyman appears behind you. No. Yeah, you get in on our jackpot, which today is $5,000. Yeah. Got a good healthy dose of that. Good. A wrong answer moves you to spectator mode where you can keep playing for fun. Or, on questions 1 through 11, you can use an extra life to stay in the game. Now you may be saying, Derek, to get an extra life, do I need to behead my enemies like the Highlander and absorb their knowledge and power? No. That's a wild and kind of disturbing assumption. You just have to share Words with Friends by tapping on the link at the beginning of the game and sending it to a buddy. About 24 hours after they accept, your extra life will pop up when you get an answer wrong. Don't behead anything. Okay? Okay. And remember, this is a live stream, so connect to Wi-Fi for optimal gameplay and make sure your battery is full of juice. So, we're going to get things going by kicking off with a question about our Words with Friends word of the day. It's a gimme if you pay attention to game notifications. Right, guys? Great. Ready? Question number 1. Which type of cake typically contains dried fruits and nuts? Fruit cake, cupcake, or uranium yellow cake? The phrase, let them eat cake, is attributed to Marie Antoinette, who was notoriously indifferent to the suffering of her subjects. Though the full quote might have been, let them eat cake that has fallen off the table and rolled around on the floor, picking up all the loose nuts and discarded dried fruit. Because if that's what she was saying with her crazy accent, then she was talking about the fruit cake, which is the correct answer. Fruit cake can also refer to an eccentric or mad person. And my producer said, well, if fruit cake is the word of the day, then Derek is the right host to say it, which is entirely accurate. Question number 2. Who is the current Queen of England? Queen Diana, Queen Elizabeth I, or Queen Elizabeth II? I know my Roman numerals. Oh, the English monarchy. It's been around since 827 AD when, and this is his real name, King Egbert of Wessex became the first king of all England. These days, the royals do mostly ceremonial things like bestowing knighthoods. And do you know who the current queen knighted in 2005? Bill Gates. And do you know what Bill Gates' real name should be? King Egbert. King Egbert of the internet. That just feels right. Correct answer, Queen Elizabeth II. Ooh, that's right. She's 92 and is the longest reigning monarch in British history. And when your mom is an immortal queen, then that makes you a really old prince. So keep hope alive, Charles. Hey, there are literally no other 70-year-old princes. So that's cool. Question 3. Which isn't a movie about the mafia? Boyhood, Gotti, or Goodfellas? Oh, almost perfect alliteration. Should have had all the answers start with G. You know, it could have been Gotti, Goodfellas, and Ghost. Although some people think Ghost was also a movie about the mafia. You know the scene where they're at the pottery wheel? Yeah, Patrick Swayze was really trying to get Demi Moore to sculpt him a crown so that Queen Elizabeth would declare him king of the Ghost Mafia. But Demi didn't get it. She was like, oh, a ghost wants to make out with me. It's a weird scene. The correct answer is Boyhood. Boyhood was unique because director Richard Linklater filmed it with the same actors over a period of 12 years. 12 years, also the average career length of someone in the mafia. Though I hear they have great severance packages. They sever parts of you and then send them to your family in packages. Hey, a pension's a pension, you know? So, question number 4. Which planet do most scientists regard as our best bet for colonization? Neptune, Saturn, or Mars? And experts say that when selecting sites for potential space colonization, they look for places with underground stores of water, a gravitational force similar to Earth's, and a walk score in the high 80s on Redfin. Because you don't want to buy that cute condo on Mars and then find out that the nearest Whole Foods is clear on the other side of Mariner Valley. And if you listen, you can hear 4 astronomers cracking up right now. And that's about it. The correct answer is Mars. Mars is closest to Earth and has an environment that could, with a little work, be suitable for life. Neptune and Saturn, not nearly as hospitable. In fact, there's a giant sign on Saturn's surface that reads, if you lived here, you'd already be crushed by the atmospheric pressure. Though I hear the views are to die for. Question 5. Which of these is not an accepted definition of kickback? A kind of payment, a sudden recoil, or a revenge? Oh, you know what? Kickback is also the name of my favorite Nickelback tribute band. Yeah, but they never officially got Nickelback's permission, so they could sing the songs, but they couldn't pronounce any of the words. Yeah, it sounds a lot like Nickelback. Correct answer is a revenge. Kickback can be the recoil of a rifle or an illegal payment. Like how Bill Gates and Michael Bloomberg are both British knights. I'm just saying, queens don't make as much money as they used to. Maybe Elizabeth's like, you want to be a knight at the round table? Then you need to slide me some cash under the round table, okay, playa? Her accent has also really changed over the years. Ready for question 6? Good. A boilerplate piece of writing is what? Cliched, complete, or unfinished? Oh, and fun fact alert, George Babcock and Stephen Wilcox are considered the founding fathers of the steam boiler. They got the first patent in 1867. So, the next time you enjoy a hot shower, you can thank them. Just not out loud and at the gym. Thank you, George and Stephen. What? They invented this. Correct answer is cliched. Boilerplate is a block of writing that can be used over and over without being changed. It's used a lot in legal contracts. Boilerplate is a block of writing that can be used over and over without being changed. It's used a lot in legal contracts. Whoa. Deja vu. And brutal question. Well, you guys, not everybody can handle the Matrix. But don't worry, you didn't just witness a glitch in the Matrix. It just means that we've reached the halfway point. And if you'd like to keep going, then take the red pill. You stay in the game, and we'll see how deep your intellect goes. It's just a Swedish fish. Shouldn't have eaten it. Question number 7. Which word has a rebellious connotation? Sedition, sublimation, or sequestration? There we go. You can tell Americans like the idea of being rebellious, judging by how many words we have to describe it. Mutinous, insurgent, revolutionary, defiant, insubordinate, unruly, contumacious. Although if you're using contumacious, you're probably less of a rebel and more of a words with friends showboat. Contumacious? Moi? Why? You exalt me exorbitantly. Correct answer? Sedition. Sedition is using words or things you've written to incite people into rebelling against authority. But you stop short of committing an overt act. It's kind of like treason light. Great taste, less prison time. Treason light. Did I short circuit anything? No? Okay, good. Question 8. Which word means divide into two branches or forks? Bidirectional, Bildungsroman, or bifurcate? Knowing this word would really come in handy because a lot of things in our daily lives divide into branches and forks. Roads, rivers, family trees. Unless your family tree doesn't fork, and then you might have a problem. And you might not have opposable thumbs, or knees, or separate eyebrows. Just widen your dating circles, all I'm saying. Correct answer? Bifurcate. It's Latin for two forks. Bi is two, furca is fork. It also sounds like one of those words that it sounds dirty, but it isn't. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just put your lips together and bifurcate. Just sounds weird. Question 9. Which play involves a contentious bifurcation between two families in fair Verona? Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, or The Tempest? Well, I hope your memory can stretch all the way back to the previous question. It'll help you on this one. Like the classic quote from this play. But soft, what light through yonder bifurcate? And then she responds, oh, Romeo, Romeo, I don't buy fur, Romeo, because it's cruel. Also, my name's not Kate. Get off my balcony. Correct answer is Romeo and Juliet, which of course takes place in fair Verona. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. It's got like a 94% rating on Something's Rotten Tomatoes. Question 10. Which feeling is closest to consternation? Extreme focus, patriotism, or anxiety? Now, feelings associated with consternation are not the same as feelings associated with rhythm nation, which is when you feel like putting on a pseudo-military jacket and dancing like this. Now, after watching that dance, some of you may be feeling a little anxiety. That's right. But common side effects of consternation include confusion, bewilderment, dread, and dry mouth. In which case, I recommend treason light. Goes down smooth. In prison. Question number 11. Second to last one. Here we go. Who directed the Dark Souls video game? Shigeru Miyamoto, Guillermo del Toro, or Hidetaka Miyazaki? Dark Souls is a role-playing game set in the fictional kingdom of Lordran, where you control a cursed undead character who traverses a hellscape while battling monsters and trying to save your immortal soul from eternal damnation. Basically, it's a romantic comedy. If you like Sleepless in Seattle, then you'll love Dark Souls. The correct answer is Hidetaka Miyazaki. Miyamoto is the legendary creator of Mario, Donkey Kong, and other Nintendo classics. Del Toro is a film director who made last year's Best Picture, The Shape of Water, where a woman falls in love with a fish monster. You know, a romantic comedy. If your boyfriend lives in your bathtub, then you'll love Shape of Water. Did you get it right? Yay! Great job, Mario! But our princess is in another castle. So at the end of this castle, you don't have to fight Bowser, you have to battle the last question. That's right. Pew, 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 maybe. All right, get your fireballs ready. Here we go. Question number 12. Which is not a real word? Nugacity, pugnacious, or schnockered? Not a real word. The first one, nugacity, kind of sounds like what would happen if Three Musketeers got real aggressive with their advertising. You say you like candy bars, but how much nugacity can you handle? Introducing the new Three Musketeers, a candy bar jacked with so much creamy nougat that your mouth may explode. Eat it, brother. See, I'm a good spokesman. The correct answer, schnockered. Not a real word. And that's it, folks. While we wait for the results, remember to head back to the main game and finish earning your gold mystery box in our Lunar New Year event. You've got just over 12 days left. Ooh, I think I saw we had somewhere in the neighborhood of 300? A little more than 300 winners? I mean, 3,000. Woo! Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, let's give some shout outs. Malik Fly High. Nice, man. You flew all the way to the end of that one. David Lumpkins, number 1. I love that. That's my favorite names. Sir David Lumpkins, I anoint the winner of Words with Friends. Good job. House Wind, whatever that is. Laviva, Alina Misuraka, Crystal B. You guys all did it. Great job. Cujo854. You guys, congratulations. You can play this game again tomorrow, same time, same app, same hosty with the mosty, and take another crack at $5 grand. Until then, stay cool, stay smart. I'm your host, Derek Men. This is Words with Friends Live. Word up, word out.